Hello everyone, welcome back to Rome 2, House Julia, the Next Generation. You can see our campaign to start, dealing with those troublesome Caledonians, and also obviously the pushback against the Armenian Empire has begun, as well as so down here and also in towards these areas of Africa and this sort of Arabian Peninsula. Arabian, mate, what was it, Magna? Was it Arabia Magna or something? I can't remember what it's bloody called now. Mesopotamia, obviously, and the Arabian Magna. There we go. So I was kind of right. So let's get him into there. I know I'm trespassing, you bloody fool.
We hunger for battle. On course.
And then move them into there like that.
Ready for battle.
And these guys here are just going to wait. We'll just have them wait. Why not? Now, there's the slaves. Oh, crikey, really? Okay. So, do we have a good full army? Yes, we do. Let's go and deal with the slave revolt, shall we? So he's going to gallop off into the distance to deal with the slave revolt. In the meantime, here at Metasena, we're going to raise another army, I think. Let's go back one. And raise forces, reinstate a legacy. And I think the 16th, actually no, the 12th Britannica. That'll be a nice one to have in this area. And stick them in there. And then we shall 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. A couple of these, 3 of those. Let's see. Heavy Onager. There we go, and let's upgrade him. So in 3 turns we'll have a full army. But we'll be able to then at least hold this area if the Caledonians decide to push back, which is distinctly possible they may do. Now that's a small fleet of people, which we're not massively worried about, but we're going to be sailing past them and then to there. So that's going to be that route for those guys. So hopefully, if they do get intercepted, they won't lose too many people. Now, meanwhile, down here, we have got these gentlemen here in Pergamon. Now, I think... Oh, hello. That is a big-ass army. Our numbers are good. Let's risk it. Whoa. Holy crap, that's big. Let's just continue the siege and try and make them surrender. We'll have to wait and see how that turns out. Now these guys, they can all fight it out over there. I'm sure they'll be very happy. These guys can take Sinope or Sinope, kill all of them, and then rebuild it in our image. So we'll put that in, Colonian timber. Like that. Nicomedia. See, that looks relatively okay, but we're going to leave it. I don't want to dent our food situation right now. So these guys are being basically battered to snot by us. So we're holding them, and it's be 6 turns until they surrender. With any luck, it'll be less turns. In the meantime, these guys can wander down there. And then these guys can make their way up to here and go for Jerusalem. And these fellas can go down there. So we are literally attacking 3 places at the same time. Two of the Armenians and 1 of Persia. So fingers crossed that works. So we spread out there. But we also have, as you can see,
At your command.
another army in the process of being raised. Let's upgrade that. We do have an Armenian forces looking to possibly land. Now, if that's the case, let's have a look here. So at least Serene is the predominant sort of building area for us. Now let's have a look at Alexandria, because what I'd like to do with Alexandria is to recruit an agent. And I'd like to get a champion. Drusus. That's our boy. I would hope so, because I want you to murder that person shortly. Well, that's what you can do by serving Rome. So, the intrigue continues, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Now, they're off to deal with the slaves, obviously. New army being built.
It is an honor.
Second army making its way over. So let us end the turn. Oh, we got some skills to deal with. And let's see. No. Yes. There we go. In the First Legion, no less. The reconstituted fine First Legion. There we go. +2 morale. Good. And also, let us have him as a commander as well. Brave soul. He'll get the numbers back up again. And then we can move down and start taking these areas here. So push them along here. And then hopefully we can get some of these guys to meet up somewhere in the middle. But obviously, this area here is going to be a bit of a problem. Obviously because of the size of everything. Now let's put Pergamon in with a field of Mars, so at least then they can replenish troops. Oh heavens, hello boys. Well, they're going to be coming back to kick the living snot out of some of my fans. So we can't have that, clearly.
At your command.
Now, let's see, because what I might do
We hunger for battle.
is get these guys here, sort of down this way, to go in and support. So let's move them over there. So they're moving out of Apollonia. In the meantime, in Rome, we do have a full army, and we're keeping a full army in Rome, I believe. That's going to be the way to go with that one. As you can see, we've got 10 turns until we build the Colosseum. It's going to take quite a bit of food, 8 food. So that's why we're building up with the fish and all the rest of it to try and keep the food situation stable. So we'll have to see how it turns out. These guys are just basically maintaining the siege to try and make them surrender, run down the forces a little bit, and just basically make their life a little bit of a misery. These guys will make their way down to Mias Hormos, and these fellows will be taking Diospolis.
Let them cower before Rome.
Right, where's this flipping place that needs an edict? So, let's see, Edict's 1. See, that's got an edict. That has. Because it's got to be a fully controlled edict, fully controlled area by me. See, they will. Oh, see, that's commercial stimulation. So, I don't know what it's complaining about. I really don't. Maybe that was it. So you can see those guys are importing bread.
My people are proud.
Okay, now you're pissing me off. One more time and it's curtains for you boys. There's such a thing as tempting the patience of Rome. Although this is starting to make me sound like Sulla. Check your Roman history if you're not sure who that is. Okay. Oh, here we go. Whoa. That is quite significant. Very close to defeat. We're going to lose the whole army. Son of a bitch. And that's why the Armenians are dangerous. So, and then they just bring in another army. See what I mean?
My lord is willing to lay down.
Okay, whatever. Well, at least there's one less people to fight against. But I'm still taking some of that land. We'll get the guys in Sereni to help out. Curious that we had equal battle numbers, but the balance was so much more significant in their favour than in ours. I suppose it's a slightly different thing, maybe. I don't. Oh, thank you. Please fail. Yeah, you failed.
My lord is willing to lay down the sword. It is not often that he is moved to mercy.
Okay, let's counter-offer. No money, but I'll accept your peace treaty. Okay, so we lost one of the guys in... What? Oh, for crying out loud. Oh, really? That's them? Okay. Let's see what happens, shall we? Because at the moment, I'm not massively worried about them. So let's take that, put that in as that. Fish. Demolish? Yeah, demolish that. We'll demolish it. And let's take Jerusalem.
Besieging settlement.
There we go. So, these guys have now increased in rank, which is excellent. We'll have him in... Oh, heavens. Have him in as a commanding officer. And there was another one in there that we can put in. There we go. Melee skills, good. These guys here also had a skill as well. Let's give him that as well. And... give him some more morale for the cavalry, which is nice. So these guys, Armenian, pretty much in trouble. And then...
What do you wish of me?
You, my lady, can go up towards Chadtopia and such places. Now, the only drawback is we have to deal with this area here. So, no, it's still pretty serious. So, let's have a look at Pergamon. They're still building. Nicomedia. Let's see, can we raise the First Legion again? And then set the... Oh, shite. No, we can't. God damn it. Combat posts. Just castrum. Target stands. No recruitment options. Well, bloody wonderful. That's helpful as hell. Damn it. Now, let's see. Nivissos can go up one as well. Right, let's send these guys in to assist. Now, are they... No, they're not enemy at the moment, which is good. Ah, indeed. Oh, he's had his thing stopped. Okay. So.
At your command.
These guys looking okay. We'll take Petra back next. After Jerusalem. And then these guys here. Who are making their way down.
Ready for battle.
These guys need to replenish their numbers before we do anything. And build themselves up as a force, really.
I will do anything for Rome.
I would hope so. Go do some military training in Hormuz. Good boy. Now, let's have a look, because we are over here now.
We hunger for battle.
Let's wait until these
Ready
guys
for orders. Put your backs into it, you men.
are both on the land. And then we'll worry about it. Until then, I'm not massively fussed. Now, where are the... There they are. So we need to send this guy to there. And he's running around in the cold, which is not going to be good. So I'm going to put him into Asbersis there, just to make sure that he doesn't suffer too much attrition from the cold. Now, I think that's all we can do for the moment.
Ready for battle.
We have Jerusalem. We'll take Petra and Hegra soon. And then start pushing back against the Persians. And also we are pushing pretty heavily
Ready for battle.
against the Armenians. As you can see.
Ready for orders.
So there's another one who's increased in rank. Let's have a look. What have we got here? +2 morale. And we'll have him as one of those. There we go. So this can come into... Oh, that's helpful. Oh, actually, no, come to think of it. Is it that one? 4 food? Oh, 15 food. That one's better. Okay. And then we shall put in a... There we go, Praetorian Guard. That'll be good. So at least then we can use that as a jumping off point. So let's see what happens now, shall we? Oh, we've got skills. There we go. Oh, wrong one. Let's see what our fellow needs. Oh, good. We'll give him a chance of assassination. As in chance to successfully assassinate as opposed to chance to be unsuccessfully assassinated or successfully assassinated. As he pauses, and I've just got an achievement. Interesting. Praetor. And as he pauses to cough. Okay, there we go. So, let's see. Oh, hello. What are you doing to me?
Retreat.
Let's just retreat.
Finding shelter.
I need to bring in a second army there. It's the only way we're going to take Pergamon. Otherwise, it's just not realistic. Realistic? Yes, that too. to actually get in there and do the damage we need to do. Oh, hello. What are you doing taking that point?
One sacrifice is
No, shut up. Okay. So immediate atropine are in German area. Now, oh, improved ramming. Who doesn't enjoy that? Now, what's that? How did that happen? God's sake.
Fleet reporting. Ready for orders.
Let's send these guys down, find out what's happened and get it back.
Let them cower before Rome.
And then let these guys just dock in there and stay there for the moment. Not even going to ask what happened there. Down in Cyrenaica. Clearly something happened that didn't bode well. But, you know, what can you do?
We hunger for battle.
I'm sure you do. Okay, that could be a problem. Now, let's see. Can we go down to there? Is that all that's down there? Yes, it is. So we could bypass those and take those two out. So we'll have to see how that works out. We'll keep the guys... should we keep the guys in Jerusalem? Nah, we'll take them up here. Get Tyros back. There we go. Kick them out of there as well. So we've got Tyros back as well. Looking good, I'd say. Looking good. And then, obviously, we can deal with the other areas as well. Now, here is where we're going to need to take this army, which we can't create, which is very annoying. And Pergamon, which we can. So maybe if we move those guys to Pergamon, we can recruit some forces.
Rome needs good fighters.
There we go. So in 3 turns,
Ready for battle.
we'll have a nice bunch of lads to help us support these guys.
Haste, men.
And we'll put these guys in ambush mode in case they decide to send somebody over. Until then, we can then get both of those forces down to attack that area. Because obviously we've lost the army down there. Now this army, oh my goodness, look at this. Athens has 3 big armies outside. How lovely. And there we go, Macedonian as well.
Ready for orders.
So let's get these guys in to here. And then we'll get them to land and help out as well. So, let's see.
Commander.
Let's end the turn. Muska? I nearly called that mucus, but never mind. Let's find out what Muska needs. There we go, in the 2nd Legion. Let's give him some more skills, shall we? As a strategist. We are not researching any technologies. Okay. We've done that one. Basilica Extraordinaire. And what's that one? Okay. So we'll do that. So yeah, I mean, generally speaking, I'd say we're doing okay. You know, no major issues. Aside from obviously slightly annoying people fighting back for some reason. Seem to think that they can go up against the might of Rome, but let's just say we are here to prove otherwise to them.
Your generals might be the sons of Ares himself.
Okay.
We ask you today to...
Well, I'm kind of already there anyway, so I might as well kill them. It's only polite. And I try and be as polite as possible. Except for when they try and kill me. Then I tend to stop being polite. And I tend to have a very, very long memory. Oh look, they're coming to Nicomedia. How lovely. They're with a big ass army. See? Loads of armies galloping around. I wonder how they got so big so quick. I suppose it's my inattention for that sort of area of the world that I wasn't paying attention to what was going on. And, you know, only myself to blame, really, I suppose, in the end of it. But, you know, we'll see. God, that music. Right, go on, Persia, what are you planning? Nothing? Okay. I'm sending spies around to spy around where I am. The use of Gallic mercenaries. I don't use mercenaries, so there's no point. Oh, what's this? Oh, hello, Caledonians. What pray are you doing down here? Have you come to play? Go and kill them. Meanwhile, while they're being horribly murdered, we will be taking your city. Oh no, Calamodunum has fallen. How unfortunate. Also, we shall send this gentleman down to Iska and have him finish that off. So, Calamodunum, we shall now remake as a municipal garrison, and we'll put in a cohort barracks, a army doctor, flatten that out, flatten that out, and so that guy will go and say hello to those fellows, and then we start to have territory in Britannia again. But this guy here, what's he looking for the enemy? Oh, hello. Oh, the slaves, of course. Come on, then. Oh, God, that's one-sided and a half, isn't it? Yeah, that was pretty much a foregone conclusion, and then we shall crush the slave uprising with a nice session of mass murder, because we are benevolent and forgiving rulers. We're not really. But let's get him back to Bagacum. Good old bag of cum. Or maybe a Bursis. I think Bag of Cum might be a better place to go. Ah, no, let's send him down here. Send him all the way down to there. So, Calamodunum is now ours. We are moving in on Iska. We've got to deal with these troublesome little fellas, which is what these guys are here to do. As they are charging in with their chariots and their artillery. Probably going after Lemonum. In the meantime, we have additional forces moving up. These guys can come out of that stance and then additionally move up closer. These guys can deal with this troublesome problem. Hello, fellas. Have a stab in the thorax. All ours, thank you very much. And Cyrenaica has been destroyed. Oh no, how sad. So we shall turn that into a market. No, we can't. We'll just flatten it. And we'll flatten that. We'll flatten that. So, that area there, relatively dealt with now. In the meantime, these guys, surrounded by piggies and heffalumps, are going to basically make their way down here towards Merrow, and then attack that, and then move probably into the likes of these guys here. Is there one down in the corner, maybe? Let's have a look. No, it's just that place there. So what we might do is just go sort of into Merrow, because it's the biggest one, down to Theron, down to Axum, and then across the river. But we got to watch out for those guys, because they look like a shipload of trouble. So, let's see. Now, obviously this guy here
Ready for battle.
wants to take back Antioch.
This settlement for Rome.
Oh! Wow, where did they all come from?
Besieging settlement.
Let's maintain the besiege. And then hopefully, 14 turns to surrender, it'll be an issue for them and they won't be able to go any further. So, let's see. Now, what we'll do is we'll move these guys up. Take out those guys on the way. And essentially try and finish off what's up there. Now, here we go.
Ready for battle. Ready for orders. At your command.
Rah, indeed. So those guys are building up. These guys have all got attrition on them, which is great. We need to get Nicomedia back. Which is what we're planning.
How can I be of assistance?
You just keep doing what you're doing, girl. You're doing great. She's bloody fantastic, my spy. Love that girl.
Ready for orders.
Okay, so let's end the turn. Oh, of course, skills from battle.
We hunger for battle.
Here we go. Give them some zeal. They're all okay. And here, look at this. We get some rewards for the heffalumppage, of which we heartily approve. Evading an ambush. More arrow shots. More morale. Whoops-a-daisy, missed one.
Ready for battle.
Who have we got now? Okay, so it's the army. So let's have a look. And morale, and that one. There we go. Top banana. So let's see how things go, shall we? Interesting. Oh, really? Okay. Stranger things have happened. Strangers in a strange land and all that. No idea what she's doing. No idea at all. Oh, look. Large ships have let plenty of Armenians. You buggers. Oh, look. It's an Armenian on a horse. Antioch is still being sieged.
We come to you in strength.
Not a chance. Not a bloody chance after all the grief you gave me. See, now. Now who's going to basically pay for it? Come on, get off your feet. Or get off your arse, as it were. And kill them all. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you attack me when I'm weak and find it hard to fight back. Now I'm strong. The boot is on the other foot. Pretty sure I took Tyros. Never mind. Now what? Ugh. Really? Okay. Brr. Really? More? There's one thing I remember that a lot of people got sick of is the agent spam from AI. Did get a little bit frustrating. I remember having that problem on Empire Total War when I had to deal with like 20 or so flipping religious agents had come into Canada area. Why are they not moving? Oh, Noble Deef. Okay. Let's put him in the House of Sibilia. Defender of Rome. What? Oh, son of a bitch. So we've got Senate Loyalists again. Oh, shite. Well, that's just bloody marvellous. Thanks, fellas. God damn the Senate. See, Senate Loyalists, Senate Loyalists, Senate Loyalists, Senate Loyalists. Joy and rapture. Above 65% influence of the ruling party. God, how the hell do I get that? Interesting. Right, well, what a way to end it. Another civil war.